Hey everybody and welcome! Today we have a very special thing because Sonic the Hedgehog is coming out today and so is Valentine's Day is today. So I thought why not combine the two and have a little challenge. They're going to be playing a level of Sonic the Hedgehog while I read some fan fiction to them. We have Chris, we have Marcus, and we have Mike. And you're going to see these guys and their reactions to everything. The way it's going to work today is that I'm going to be reading off one fanfic that's like a little bit more held back. And then the next one's going to be like dirty and sexual and all that good stuff. They're going to be, one is from I Am Me Myself, that's the more lighter one. And Sonadao Prince is going to be the heavier sexualized one. And that's it. We're going to get right into it right now. And see how it goes. My buddy Marcus didn't actually have the game. So thanks to Lurkit for allowing me to give him a copy of the game. Lurkit is a website that I personally use myself. And even though this is not an actual advertisement for them, I really suggest you check them out. It's a great site. It's a multi-stream website. You can watch multiple streams at once. I personally use it for having all my stuff on one page. All my socials, all my stream, my YouTube channel, it's all on one page. It's nice and beautiful. Go check it out. Set one up for yourself.
Alright,
This
is me.
Alright, here it goes. Sonic
Okay.
brought Tails to a garage where he swung his long blue leg over a motorcycle
Jesus,
and adjusted his
here we
leather
go.
jacket.
Let's
I'm
go.
trying to find a good place to start. Sonic brought Tails to a garage
Oh
where
god.
he swung his long blue leg over a motorcycle and adjusted
Jesus
his leather
Christ.
jacket.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Okay.
Get on behind me. Tails climbed on with remarkable agility.
Oh,
I like your
no.
hair,
Already
said
playing.
Tails. Alright.
This level is so good.
Sonic brought Tails to a garage where he swung his long blue leg over a motorcycle and adjusted his leather jacket. Come on, get behind me. Tails climbed on with remarkable agility. I like your hair, said Tails. You like mine, Sonic said, running a hand over it. He gelled his hair back into 3 long spikes on the back of his head.
It's already McGee. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks, I guess. Are you one of those gang guys? Yeah, said
Gang
Sonic.
guys!
Starting the motorcycle and peeling off. I thought so, said Are you one of
Tails.
those gang guys? Yeah, Sonic
Wait,
said.
one of those what?
Gang guys. He's at Sonic's in a
Gang guys. Okay, I thought you said gay guys. I was like, shit, Tails with the labels already. Fuck.
Hey man, not yet. That's It sounded like you were listening to heavy metal. Huh? said Sonic. Hey, my name's Sonic, by the way. Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't understand it, said Tails. Understand what? Asked Sonic. How can one person be so cool in so many ways? You even have a cool name. Wow, am I lucky. Hey, my name's Sonic, by the way. Sonic the
First level
Hedgehog.
done.
Really?
Yeah, first act done. Act 1.
Oh, fuck. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna get the dirty stuff. I'm going to the dirty stuff. Cool in so many ways. You even have a cool name. Wow, am I lucky. Sonic laughed. It felt good to laugh. He hadn't done so in a long time. Maybe this kid could stick around after all. You should
Oh,
see me
God.
run sometime. Then you'd really be impressed. I already
no.
am, said Tails. But I'd
Just
still
a
like to
heads
see
up.
you. Huh?
Dear God, just a heads up, I'm already in Act 2.
Oh, then I gotta switch gears. You gotta let me know, Sonic
man.
was debating whether or not to have a cigarette while Mike stood up. Clearly
Oh shit,
appropriately
Sonic's a
bolstered.
smoker? God damn.
He's a gang member, man. You ready, Hedgehog? Sonic sighed and got up, taking his drink with him.
Jesus.
Sonic had size 12 feet, but no one dared tease him about it. They were all afraid of him. Done already? Said Sonic.
Done.
Laughed.
Beat Act 1.
Oh, you beat it? Alright. Act 1 flew by pretty fast. I did not expect that to happen. But here's the good stuff. What? I asked, inserting another finger before I slowly rose up between her legs to toy with her breast, while I fingered her harder,
Oh my god.
my palm slapping against her swollen clit. I made sure to crush it, sending pleasure to her. I gazed up between her legs before I gave her a sly smirk.
Oh boy.
I wasn't just going straight to fucking you. Let me teach you some things about your new body. I then glanced down at her goodies and noticed something. You weren't wearing any panties?
Oh.
Sonic's ears flattened against her head as she looked down at me
no.
shyly. Here it is. This one, Sonic's a girl, and he's with Shadow.
Wait,
You're-
what? Sonic's
yeah.
a girl?
Sonic's a girl and Shadow's a man. You're already soaking wet, and I barely even touched you. I felt a laugh try to escape my lips before I ran my finger between the lips of her new slit. She gave a groan of her legs tensioned up.
Fuck!
Because you do this to me, she admitted into darkness. I grinned before I began to finger her, her toes curling in pleasure as she began to tug at my bed covers. Her face was bright red and hot as I leaned down, kissing at her cheeks as I began to pull her tank top. By the way, in this one, Sonic is a girl. Just so you know.
Okay, that's
This
fine.
is between Shadow and Sonic. A bra separated her
Should I
breast
die?
from me at this point.
Fuck, I died.
So forcing a hand underneath her, I undid the clasp easily. I then pulled it off of her, leaving only her and her
Fuck,
tank
I died
top
again.
that she was using as a dress. I then pulled it off before I licked my index finger. She watched my every move before suddenly I began to rub her slightly swollen clit.
Oh,
Sonic's
no.
back arched and she gasped loudly. Shadow! She covered her mouth, legs already trembling.
Oh, Jesus
You're
Christ.
already soaking wet and I barely even touched you. I made sure to crush it to send her pleasure. Her face was bright red and hot as I leaned down, kissing at her cheeks as I began to pull at her tank top. A bra separated her breasts from me at this point, so forcing a hand underneath her, I undid the clasp easily. I felt a laugh try to escape my lips before I ran my finger between her lips of her new slit. She gave me a groan and her legs tensed up. Because you did this to me, she admitted into darkness. I grinned before I began to finger her, her toes curling in pleasure as she began to tug at my bed covers. Shadow! She gasped and her eyes rolled back slightly.
I blinked at the wrong time.
Her pink nipples were hard and begging for attention,
Jesus Christ.
so I gave them the care they deserved, biting one while squeezing the other. She gave another cry before I chuckled, swirling my tongue carefully around her nipple before lifting my head up
Fuck
slightly.
these friggin' enemies, man. I keep dying.
My breath hot against her
Literally.
sensitive bosom. I then pulled it off of her, leaving her only in her tank top that she was using as a dress. Her pink
Wait,
nipples
so-
were hard and begging for attention,
The fuck are we?
so I gave
The
them the care
fuck
they
is going
deserved,
on?
biting
What
one
the
while
fuck?
squeezing the other. She gave another cry before I chuckled.
This is
swirling
why
my
the internet
tongue
hates the Sonic
carefully.
fandom.
Swirled my tongue carefully around her
Jesus
nipple before
Christ,
lifting my
right.
head up, my breath hot against her sensitive bosom, while I fingered with her harder, my palm slapping against her swollen clit.
Jesus
I
fucking
made sure to
Christ.
crush it to send pleasure to her. Her face was bright red and hot as I leaned down, kissing at her cheeks as I began to pull at her tank top. Be careful, the walls are thin, I warned her. You're
Shit,
a
no.
jerk.
Oh, I died again.
She hissed at me, taking my fingers like a champion. Her insides were so squishy and soaking wet. Lewd noises emitted from between her legs.
So, McGee, we got a game over.
I felt my pants. Oh no, really?
I got a game over.
Well, I
Act 2,
felt-
take 2.
I felt my pants become tight as I began to get an erection.
Jesus
I
Christ.
bit my lip a little before I sped up the pace that she was using as a dress. Her pink nipples were hard and begging for attention.
God damn. Of course, this is the detail is unbelievable. There's a level of detail that I think I should have expected, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's incredible.
This is the second time I'm reading this, and I still can't grasp my head around it.
It's great. It's fantastic.
So I gave them the care they deserved, biting one while squeezing the other. She gave another cry before I chuckled, swirling my tongue carefully around her nipple before lifting my head up slightly, my breath hot against her sensitive bosom. Be
Killing it,
careful,
Shadow.
the walls are thin, I warned her. You're a jerk, she hissed at me, taking my fingers like a champion. Her insides were squishy and soaking wet. Lewd noises emitted from between her legs. I felt my pants become tight as I began to get an erection.
I'm
I bit my
fucking
lip
crying with
before I sped
laughter
up the
here.
pace.
Jesus Christ.
Curling my fingers as I began to search for it. Wait, I
Oh.
can't keep up, Sonic cried, before she slapped a hand over her mouth again, tears of pleasure welling in her eyes as I abused her little pussy. And I then felt it, a slightly noticeable jump within the door of her femininity. I then jammed my fingers hard into it. She gave a cry. Shad! She screamed into my face, her hands lurching up from their
The
original
worst part of
spots.
this is that you fucking nicknamed him Shad. That's the
And onto
worst
my
possible
wrist.
nickname you could have.
While I
The
fingered
fuck?
her hard, curling my fingers, and I began to search for it. Wait, I can't keep up, Sonic cried, before she
Oh,
slapped a
God.
hand over her mouth again. Tears of pleasure welling in her eyes as I abused her little pussy. And I then felt it, a
Oh,
slightly
fuck. No.
noticeable
I
lump
died.
within the door of her femininity. I then jammed my fingers hard into it and she gave a cry. Shad! She screamed into my face, her hands lurching up from their original spots and onto my wrist while
Game
I
over.
fingered her hard. Game over
Game
again.
over.
Alright. Alright, dude.
I'm so bad at this.
Let's give it one more try.
Alright.
Tears of pleasure welling in her eyes as I abused her little pussy.
Woof.
And I felt it. A slight noticeable lump within the door of her femininity. I then jammed my fingers hard into it and she gave a cry. "Shut!" she screamed into my face, her hands lurching up from the original spots and onto my wrist while I fingered her hard. Her inner
Jesus
walls
Christ.
contracting around my fingers before suddenly her eyes rolled back in bliss. "Something is coming!" "Then come for me, you dirty slut," I ordered,
Oh, Shadow, no.
forcing her legs further apart as I abused her new G-spot. She gave a cry before her back arched in pleasure.
Yo, Shadow's
Suddenly-
a fucking pro. He's going at it.
Oh, Shadow's a monster. Her inner walls contracting around my fingers before suddenly her eyes rolled back in bliss. "Something is coming." "Then come for me, you dirty slut," I ordered, forcing her legs further apart as I abused her new G-spot. She gave
Is
a
this
cry
what
before
chaos
her back
control is?
Okay.
Oh, we're
Well,
are you
I'm
two
on
yet?
Act 2. You can start reading about pussy
Okay.
and all that.
Okay, so. While I fingered her hard, her inner walls contracting around my fingers before suddenly her eyes rolled back in bliss. "Something is coming." "Then come for me, you dirty slut," I ordered, forcing her legs further apart as I abused her new G-spot. She gave a cry before
Death.
her back arched in pleasure. Suddenly her petals became soaking wet. She climaxed all over my hand, and I was amazed to find out that she was a squirter.
Jesus Christ.
Now, from Sonic's point of view, I panted, out of breath from the intense moment that just happened. I watched Shadow undo his belt and remove it before he forced his pants downward.
Oh fuck.
His rock,
Oh.
hard, swollen shaft slid out with ease, and I was shocked
Oh.
to see how big it was. Holy!
Oh god, I'm gonna have to do
I
more of this
glanced
fucking thing.
nervously
I'm
at
glitched
him
through a fucking
as
wall.
he got between my
gonna
legs, reaching
drown.
for the condom at my side.
This is why Sonic
He
shouldn't be a
tore it
squirter.
open
He's
with
gonna
my-
drown.
He tore it open with
Oh,
my
no.
with his teeth before he slid it upon his fullness. I felt my body quivering
Slid
with pleasure
upon his fullness.
from
What
the
the
intense
fuck?
orgasm
Who
I just
wrote
endured.
this? Are they behind bars, Mike? I need to know.
I don't know. I'm definitely giving them credit though. She suddenly her petals became soaking wet. She
Her
climaxed all
petals?
over my hand, and I was amazed to find out that she was a squirter. I grinned shyly,
Oh, come on, man.
liking what I saw. Now we take it from Sonic's point of view.
Oh, baby.
I panted, out of breath from the intense moment that just happened. I watched Shadow undo his belt and remove it before he forced his pants downward. His rock, hard, swollen shaft slid out with ease,
Come on,
and I
man.
was shocked to see how big it was. Holy! I glanced nervously at him as he got between my legs, reaching for the condom at my side. He tore it open with his teeth before he slid it
Oh.
upon his fullness.
At least they're being safe.
Exactly, no
keeping
STDs.
Keeping it classy.
Before he forced his pants downward. His rock hard swollen shaft slid out with
Jesus.
ease, and I was
The
shocked
shadow
to see
shaft.
how big it was. Holy! I glanced nervously at him as he got between my legs, reaching for the condom at my side. He tore it open with his teeth before he slid up on his fullness. I felt my body quivering with pleasure from the intense orgasm I just endured. Extremely high. ... He looked at me with a stoic expression for a split second. "I'm gonna make you eat those words," he bluntly said. "You've never felt something like this, I'm positive." "I can handle it." I blew a raspberry at him before he suddenly impaled me. I felt the wave of shock rush up my spine before I felt my legs react before I could. They trembled and almost slammed down into the bed, but Shadow forced them back up. "Told you," he said with a smirk. "You were outclassed," he teased me. Tears formed in my eyes and I glared up at him. "Well, I wasn't expecting you to shove it in like that, you ass," I barked. I felt weird down there. I was being forced
But
open
that's
as hell.
no good.
My inside swallowed him whole, and we stayed like this for a few seconds. "Just lay back. It's going to hurt for a second," he warned me. "Hurt?" I asked, a little amused at first. "Do you know who you're talking to?" I asked with a smirk. "You're talking to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, boy.
My pain tolerance is extremely high."
Uh-huh.
He looked at me with a stoic expression for a split second. "I'm going to make you eat those words," he bluntly said.
Oh, God.
"You've never felt something like this, I'm positive." "I can handle it." I blew a raspberry at him before he suddenly impaled me.
I'm so
I felt
fucking
a
distracted.
wave
God damn
of
it.
shock rush up my spine before I felt my legs react before I could. "You're talking to?" I asked with a smirk. You're talking to Sonic the Hedgehog. My
The
pain
fastest
tolerance.
thing on earth.
My pain tolerance is extremely high. He looked at me with a stoic expression for a split second. I'm going to make you eat those words, he bluntly said. You've never felt something like this. I'm positive. I can
Jesus
handle it.
Christ.
I blew a raspberry at him before he suddenly
Fuck! No, I
impaled me.
died again. It's over.
I felt. Oh, that's it? Game over?
Oh, that's 3 college tries.
Oh, man. He then gave me a dark smile which made me instantly regret saying that it didn't hurt anymore. Well, good. Let me make you comfortable.
This is
He
how
then
you know
forced-
that. This is how you know that no person that has ever done written this kind of thing has ever had sex. How
No,
the fuck did I die? I'm
He
gonna have to
then-
listen to this again. Fuck.
He then forced one of my legs up and onto his shoulder. He stayed like this for a few seconds. How do you feel? He asked, leaning over me as he placed a hand on the bed beside me. Weird, I answered honestly. Does it hurt? I shook my head. Not much anymore. I then sighed a little. Just uncomfortable. He then gave me a dark smile which made me instantly regret saying that it didn't hurt anymore. Then he smirked. You have a cervix too, he whispered at me. Too
You
bad
have a
I'm gonna
what?
abuse it. Cervix, man. Vagina
Fucking.
stuff.
Yeah, but Jesus, this isn't how you talk to women. At least as far as I'm aware.
My face became hot as he began to speed up. I felt my back arch in pleasure as he began to do just that. My entire body rocked with him as he plunged into my body, holding him by his waist. Fuck me better, I said with a grin.
Fuck me better.
He then gave me a rare smile that I witnessed maybe once or twice. Well, good. Let me make you comfortable. He then forced one of my legs up and onto his shoulder. Since I was so flexible, it wasn't hard on me.
Done.
He then
Did it.
Okay. I was like, really
like-
hoping you finished faster. I was like, please finish.
I was getting distracted because I was on that fucking mean bean machine part. I was getting distracted. I was like, come on, Dr. Robotnik. Come on,
Oh.
man.
I'm gonna come again, I cried. He only responded by fucking me harder. His ball slapped against my ass as he pounded harder.
Oh god, and I've got
I
the fucking
shrieked
drowning
in
music.
pleasure before suddenly I climaxed again, squirting all over his cock and balls. I felt out of breath for a second before he wasn't done yet. He must have read my mind or something before he suddenly forced himself out of me. Then forcing me onto my hands and knees, he mounted me before gently tugging at my quills, causing me to moan. He groaned behind me before he slapped my ass.
Fucking hell! I keep fucking
Ah!
up!
I cried out, arching my back as he pounded my pussy away. Say my name, he ordered as he pulled me upright, balls deep within my pussy. I climaxed. I came within the condom, all my cum being trapped within the rubber prison as she gasped loudly, her tears spilling down her flushed cheeks. Oh, chaos! She said. I can't
Instead of
even
oh
read
god! Instead of oh god, it's oh chaos!
Chaos, she said, panting hard as I suddenly collapsed on top of her. Panting into her skin, I felt drained of energy as I slowly pulled out of her. She collapsed into the bed and panted in defeat. She was a hot mess underneath me. I soon followed her and laid beside her, my eyelids heavy from the sudden use of energy. How far are you from the boss? I thought you'd be done with this by now.
I keep fucking up.
I'm almost out of... There's only like 2 paragraphs left.
You just keep fucking reading. We can make up. We can make up the aftercare, because there's no fucking aftercare in these things. We're gonna make it up as we go along, mate.
My eyelids heavy from the sudden use of energy. She turned her head
Okay, I'm
forward
at the boss
me
now.
before she gave me a tired smile worn out completely. Shadow? She whispered. She then rolled over to her side, facing me. I glanced tiredly at her beautiful face before I responded with a small hum. If I return to being a male, will you still love me? She asked, her eyes wide and serious. My tiredness suddenly disappeared as I stared at her, my mouth dry. Damn, I gotta start from the beginning again. Cause I'm just gonna start from...
No, you don't. Let's just.
Yes, I do.
Let's be honest, right? Let's just make it up as we go along here. Oh my god, I fucking died at the boss again. Let's just make up as we go along. You know, Shadow looked at Sonic deeply in his eyes and said, "If you turn into a guy, I ain't touching that because I ain't gay."
Listen, I can't wrap my head around it as it is. This is my third time reading it, and I can't. I
don't understand. Oh fucking hell! Right.
I can't even grasp my head around it. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If that's your listen, no kink shaming here. If that's what you're thinking, that's your thing. I get it.
No, but this is why the internet fucking hates the Sonic fandom. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if it was actually like.
It's cringy.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
It's cringy because it's teenagers writing, and we've all written some stuff, but I've never written anything this bad. I've written I've never written fanfic, but I've written I'm gonna write a story for a video game, and
you're fucking kidding me. I killed Robotnik and then I fell down the fucking pit and died. I've got game over. Fuck
game
this.
Over. All right, we'll call it. We'll listen. You say you killed Robotnik. It's a game over. We'll say it's a win.
No one fucking won here. No one won here.
Well,
holy shit.
It's
the fact, like, you know fine that, like, there's no female anatomy that translates to a hedgehog, right? But even if there was, it's still incorrect.
Hey,
like,
man,
sections, and Sonic isn't exactly the most accurate thing in the world.
Oh no, it's not easy. That's the part of Sonic. That's the fun of it. You need twitching, fast reflexes. That's what sold it, man.
See, I have Twitch, but I don't have fast reflexes. Or at least I do. But these, I don't know. I didn't grow up in 1991. I was born 5 years after.
Get those Chaos Emeralds, boy. All right, well, Marcus, thanks so much for joining me. I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and give a plug to whatever you want to plug. Take some time to say what you want to say.
Check out the Angry Ranter vlogs on YouTube, as well as Angry Ranter Plays. That's my gaming channel, but more importantly, check my Twitch, the Angry Ranter on Twitch. I guess the last thing I could say is I'm opening up a specific new gaming channel for NHL content called the NHL Challenge. And I will go into it in more detail. Unfortunately, I don't have an Elgato, so the first few videos are going to just look like it's me recording my television screen with an iPhone. But remember, the iPhone 11 is the best iPhone in the business. So don't judge me.
Oh, that was fun, dude.
Incredible.
That was a fun time. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking ridiculous.
I had a blast. Is there anything that you want to talk about or plug for a little bit while I got you on the mic?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to check out more from me, I'm just, me. On Twitter, I'm at SlamloDamlo. And on Twitch, I'm twitch.tv/DandyDamlo. That's just me where I hang out. I don't know. When is this? This is airing this Friday, right?
Yes, this is.
Okay, cool. I don't know if it'll be up by then, but I don't remember if you ever watched it, but Cocktails and Convos is coming back. And so that's going to be coming back, but I don't know when that's coming back. It's probably going to be coming back in a couple weeks at the earliest. Because we're getting a third host, and she's in grad school right now. And so we're working on getting her schedule, ironed out, because we don't want to, make her fail school because we want to use her expertise,
Why'd you fail? Cocktails and Combos, baby.
Yeah, we're working on some shitty podcasts, whatever. But yeah, that's me. I'm Chris, and here we are.
Good stuff. Walls of femininity.
Wait, wasn't there a line he punished her G-spot or some shit?
Yeah, he punished her G-spot hard. Yeah, it's exactly what you say to a girl. Listen, next time you're in your girl here, just whisper Shadow, Sonic.
No, you don't whisper Shadow. You just go Shad.
Shad, exactly.
Shad sounds like something that you do in your shorts when you fall through a fart.
I shad myself.
Yeah, I've just shat myself.
I've just shat myself. Well, listen, thanks for doing this with me. I hope you feel the Valentine's Day love.
Oh my god, man! I don't know if I'm ever gonna work with you again. Fuck this.
Good luck watching the Sonic movie now.
Oh no! I mean, I was already gonna have an erection when I watched Sonic. Now I've just got an excuse.
Well, Mike, if there's anything you want to let the good people know, now's the time.
Yeah, if you like this kind of filth, then I would recommend you check out my podcast, Joy Stalked. It is me and two of my friends, one American, one Scottish guy. So there's two Scottish guys total. We talk about what makes gaming good and fun, and by that I mean we rarely talk about gaming at all. Apart from that, you can find me on like all social medias as HighlanderVO, because there can be only one. So I decided it might as well be me.
Why not?
Thanks so much for having me, though, man. Even though,
thanks for taking the time out. I appreciate it. I had a blast reading it and making people uncomfortable. It's
I
the
mean, I
best.
wasn't uncomfortable. I was turned on.
Yeah, I heard some bumps. I heard little clap noises. I was just hoping that you were clapping from beating the game.
I mean, well, you know, okay,
Yeah.
something like that.
Something like that. All right. Well, can you do me a favor? Is there like a Scottish way to say like Happy Valentine's Day, or like a lovely saying in Scottish?
Actually, there is.
Oh, okay.
There
Let's hear
is.
it.
So there's a Scottish porno, right? And it's become famous. It was one of these things that became viral. You know, it was getting traded along phones before the internet was as widespread as it is now. But in it, it's a guy shagging fuck out of a girl from behind. She looks unsatisfied and uncomfortable, but he's totally into it. And as he's about to come, he says, "Take it! Take your dinner, you dopey bitch!"
Take your dinner. I remember hearing that from. I heard that actually on your podcast, and it
Yeah.
cracked me up.
Yeah. So, on this Valentine's Day, take your dinner, you dopey bitches.
Take your dinner, you dopey. You know what? That should have been in the fan fiction. I don't know why they didn't. That's perfectly good words they should have used.
Exactly, right?
Take your dinner, Shad.
Yeah, no. Just then, Shadow turned into a girl and Sonic grew a penis. "That's no good," Sonic said, as he pummeled with the power of all 7 Chaos Emeralds. "Is this Chaos Control?" Shadow said. "Take it! Take your dinner, you dopey bitch!"
You know what? I thought you were joking earlier. Maybe you really were turned on by it. Have you ever written fanfic before? You should take a turn at it.
You know, I might. For next year, next Valentine's Day, for Sonic 2, let's
Yeah.
write our own fanfiction.
That'll be great, man. Well, thanks a lot for spending your time with us, and happy Valentine's Day to you, man.
And happy Valentine's Day to you too, man. Take your dinner.
Yes. Thanks. I will take my dinner with pleasure. All right. Have a good one, man.
You too, man. Take
But,
care.
McGee, this was fantastic, and I'll see you back in the Borderlands universe.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a teaser because no one knows about that yet. This is coming out on Friday. This is coming out on Valentine's Day, by the way.
Oh yes, that's right. So happy
Valentine's Day.
happy the day everyone chooses to love everybody, but not every other day. Like
Did you like Shadow and Sonic love each other? Very deep. Very.
they
deep.
clearly do with her squishy inner bits and
Oh.
all that.
I can't even remember half the words I said. They went in one ear and out the other because I can't retain that memory.
I was like, man, when you said that, when you like set me up with this, I was like, oh my god, he's got a fanfic.com account.
This has to be it.
Gotta start with the cringy stuff. But remember, kids, Rule 34: if it exists on the internet, there is a porn for it. Happy Valentine's Day, kiddos.
Happy Valentine's Day. We'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Marcus.
Yeah,
we'll see
thank
you next
so
time.
much. Peace
I
out.
really appreciate it. This is really fun. I really enjoyed this. This is really good.
Yeah, I had a fun time, and I appreciate you taking out your time to play Sonic and to hear some here's some
disgusting
fanfic
fucking
for-
fanfic.
Hey,
Jesus.
it is Valentine's Day.
It is indeed. It is Valentine's Day, and the Sonic movie came out like a day ago. So here we
Hype,
are.
man. Exactly. Take your day to see it. It's a good. You'll be in those positions we talked about.
Jesus
That's not
Christ, quivering with delight. I'm sure.
Oh God, in one ear and out the other, because I can't retain the information. I literally I'm reading it and trying to get through it. Well, thanks for joining me, Chris. I'm gonna stop this recording now, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks again to Marcus and Chris and Mike. You can find them all at their websites. Chris is Danny Damlo. Slamlo Damlo, Marcus is the Angry Ranter everywhere, and Mike is HighlanderVO. I highly suggest you give their stuff a check. Check out their stuff is what I mean to say. Thanks again to them. Thanks for spending your time, your Valentine's Day watching this. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. And remember, the most romantic thing about Valentine's Day is and forever will be Sonic the Hedgehog.